Hello Titan Gang, this is your boy Mikey J throwing a fresh scoop potatoes at you as always. Today we're going to work on an 08 Honda Fit. We're going to take some parts for mine, so let's get it going. In order to get to some of these parts, I got to take the hood cowl off here. I got the stick to help pry all that snow off. Now it's very possible I might not be able to get this part, but that's okay, because at least it'll be chiseled away for the possible next time that I come here. Because in order to get this panel off, I've got to get behind here. Right over in here is the top to this side panel. So if I'm going to be successful on pulling it, I've got to be able to get this stuff off. And I possibly might just take this hood and settle for it. You know, so that's a possibility too. We don't know how much is wrong with Lacey Lady, so our main priority is making her healthy as possible, as fast as possible. And it looks like we're going to fall short on getting a lot of things here, because it's just it's not feasible. Everything's under ice, and I don't feel like chiseling it away to the point where it's going to bust stuff up. I want premium parts, so instead of doing this, now that I've decided on what I want to do, I'll probably take just this flange part, because I might be missing it for my car. And then we're going to start working on the headlights. Now, there's a bunch of clips on this car, so I'm going to try to, you know, do it as best as possible while I'm doing this. I've got the tripod set up, and we're going to try to do this, you know, layer by layer, so that everyone can see how it goes. And yeah, so there we go. So I've got it. Now I've got the tripod position. I'm going to pull it up just a little bit. Okay, trying to find a spot. So basically I'm trying to get to this light spot right here. You can see if I can't get a good setup, I'm just going to leave it as it is wherever I can. So we're going to try to take off each screw, and it looks like some of them are removed. So we got our wood to chop so that we don't damage the metal. That's just how I do it. You know, everybody has their own system on how they do things. We're also going to need a core support at one point. Besides that, there are also a bunch of tabs that I have to take out that are already done in order to get this bumper cover fully off right here. We also have to remove them from the bottom. So today we're going to take these lights, and we're also going to take that one as well. I may need some stuff from here. Right now my stuff is pinched all the way up to here, so it's very possible that we may need some other components, because the car took a devastating turn on some what do you call it, on some black ice, which there's nothing I could do. I chose the lesser of two evils. I put myself into the guardrail, you know, which was not fun, instead of you know, hurting everyone else on the road that was around me. So yeah, that's how that happened. So in order to get to the bumper, in order to get to the actual lights itself, I have to remove this bumper cover here, the front, and all components to it, and that'll allow me access to take the the bumper cover off from up top and underneath. And it looks like I'm going to need a screwdriver, a small screwdriver, to get that part of the paneling off, so that I can pull the this bumper cover. So we're going to take this bumper cover, and we're not going to take the bumper cover, but we're going to take this plate holder, and we're going to take those lights and possibly a few more things. I don't know yet. So I'm just playing it by ear. The situations aren't always easy when you're in the junkyard. Sometimes people could be in your way. Other times, you know, you go to pull parts and you'll find out that like screws are busted, or you know, something like that. So I mean, it's all about being positive when you're in the junkyard. If you're not positive, things might go wrong, and you know, because you're upset, you know, they may not work out the right way, and frustrating yourself isn't going to help anybody. You've got to remember that, you know, you're here to get a job done, and that you don't want anybody or anything interfering with it. Okay, so this may be too small, and it looks like it wants to spin. I find it better using hand tools for stuff like this. So we're going to try to loosen her up. Yeah, it looks like she's just going to spin. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to use two hands and get her done. Okay, so there we go. All right, so what I'm using is a basic 2-inch putty knife with a bent corner, and that's what I use for panel popping sometimes. They always bend the corner slightly. Then I also have a pick, and I also have a panel popper. I'm sorry if I'm covering it, but like I said, it's just a small little thing I got to take out here. Okay. Sometimes a little pressure can go a long way. What I'm doing is I'm using the flex of my my, what do you call it, my putty knife to spin it out. And as you can see, if you can see, it's you know, it's working. It's working. So we're spinning that right out right now. Oh, look at that, I just stuck it back in there. Well, it'll happen. So once you get these drawn back, you can you know, further the process. But you know, I'm doing it this way to show that you can just use hand tools for this stuff. See, so we got that out of there. There we go. There it is. So now, for the most part, I think we have a free. No, we got one more up here in the center here. So the best part I like about doing this stuff in the winter is that the snow literally is like a holder for all your tools. So, you know, so we got one way up top here. I don't know if people can see it, you know, so it's right there. Oh, I got snagged. Oh, okay. And that's what I like about Wilbert's U-Pull-It where I'm at. They have all the cars literally on top of rims welded so that it's easy access for anybody that comes in here. It's one of my favorite things about this place. Not to mention their prices are amazing. They you know, the only thing that I don't like is they don't do update pictures, which I think if they added that, they would help out so many more people. You know, that way you don't have to come here and waste your time. Okay. Oh, there we go. All right, so there might be, oh, there's one more over here too. Like I said, this is where that corner really comes in handy. You know, you go get a cheap putty and you bend that corner and it almost acts like a pick. Sometimes it don't work, sometimes it does. But it depends. So, you know, that way and it doesn't always work, but you know, like I said, if you come in here expecting to fail, you will. Mechanics isn't just, you know, working on the vehicle, it's understanding how everything in the vehicle works and how to decipher, you know, taking it apart when you do run into a problem, because you will run into problems. I run into problems all the time. Okay, so now we got that loose. We're going to continue under the vehicle and see what other pieces and components we need to use, or remove rather, sorry. So we're going to keep going here. All right, now we're under the vehicle. All right, we have, it looks like a bunch to remove. So, you know, unfortunately with the newer cars, they made this, you know, a real problem with, you know, just removing something simple as a headlight. Like, that's why I really like the new Edge. The Mustang, their removal process for the lights is just 2 slots. It's amazing. You know, so, you know, and I'm not going to sit there and say that I'm the best mechanic or anything like that. Like, I have my own flaws. I'm self-taught junkyard, so the way I do things may go against a lot of other people's, and that's okay, because even if you have a different way of doing something, does not necessarily mean it's the wrong way. As long as you get the same result, which is, you know, you finish your job, then what more needs to be done? All right, there we go. Got another one out. Okay, now, like I said, we got a bunch of these to do. And I'll have to, like, ×2 this video, but because I'm talking the whole time through it, I might not do that. I might just do the full video. I'm going to be in here quite a while. I'm gonna guess this is gonna at least run a time of maybe, 2 minutes. A lot of people said that they want you to just use a screwdriver, a panel popper, a Phillips head, and a 10 millimeter to pull the lights and everything that coordinates to them. But for me, I love adding that extra factor in there with the with that putty knife. If you don't have a putty knife, it works beautiful. See, most people, they won't handbag everything. I do it for one of two reasons. One, it allows me to slow down and understand what I'm doing, and two, I get a full body workout for my upper body. Like right now, I'm working out my forearms, my shoulders, my biceps, my upper tries, and you know what? I'm also getting parts for my car. So it's all on how you do it. You can sit there and use the machines and go fast, or you can slowly navigate, educate yourself, and get a nice little workout in between. Because, if there's no electricity in the world and you're used to doing all that stuff, the fast way, imagine how slow you'll be when you're trying to do it the Amish or natural way, as I like to call it. So that's the reason why I do it the way I do it. It's not because I don't have the tools or I lack them. I do have them, but I'm going to show you guys that you don't need all that stuff to do this job. It's gonna, it's gonna mess with the time frame, but I'm still gonna get it done regardless. And at the end of the day, that's all that matters. That's what you want. Like, you want your job to go smooth, and the result is you want your parts. That's it. There's nothing more, nothing less. I paid $2 to get into this junkyard. And in the end, I'm probably only going to pay less than, $40 for all the parts I need if I don't end up pulling more. Because I actually need stuff on this car, and it's the only one in the area where I don't have to go super far.